afternoon, folks. Big Bo with RVs with Big Bo at Parkway RV Center. And guys, I've got probably the most loaded out Class C motorhome I've ever filmed before. It's kind of funny because I just did that little basic 25 footer earlier today. And I was talking about how basic it was. Well, guys, if you're on the opposite end of the spectrum and you want every available option, I mean, absolutely loaded, you're going to love this coach right here, especially if you're looking at 150, 60 grand for a new one, which is what they're bringing right now, with less equipment. This is a 2020 Thor Quantum. This is a model number KW29. This is a 30 feet 11 inches long. It's got 9,800 miles on it. 90 hours on the generator. I got it running, generator running. Guys, this thing is just pretty much spotless. And I'm talking about tons of equipment. Leveling jacks. Now, that's something you see in maybe 1 out of 50 modern Class C's leveling jacks. It's got it. It's got something I've never seen before in a washer and dryer, in case that chrome vent doesn't give it away. It's got the stacked washer and dryer in it. It's got the full solar package inverter. It's got the Winegard satellite. I mean, just absolutely loaded, guys. King bed, double slides. Got the power awning, LED lights. It's got an outside television. Tires, of course, OEM, just a couple of years old. Even back in 2020, this, but without adding all the options like the jacks and the stack washer and dryer, this thing was $132,000. I'm gonna say with everything that's in it and the solar, I'm gonna say it's 150 grand, not counting the fees that the new dealer charges that we don't. It's even got rear stabilizers if you don't want to pull the jacks down. It's got a electric rear stabilizer jacks if you don't want to put the leveling jacks down. It's also got, even has power dump valves. Crazy. Pretty American spare tire cover. Got a trailer hitch on the back. According to the factory specs, 8,000 pounds. I don't recommend putting that much weight behind an E450 chassis. I mean, it's your motorhome, you do what you want to, but pay attention to your GVWR and your GWCR to figure out your actual towing capacity. It's actually got full pass-through storage. Both slide outs have awning toppers. It's got a tankless water heater, 30 amp electrical service, outside shower. Like I said, you name it, you got it. Now, these are not factory. Somebody's added some kind of extra cameras on this thing, so I'm not really sure what that's all about, because you still have your side cameras built into the mirror as well. And then you got these, almost like some kind of security camera. But, I don't make any kind of warranties or guarantees on aftermarket equipment, so. Got that good looking Ford chrome front end. It's got the E450 chassis, 362 horsepower, 457 pound-feet of torque. It will get up and go as fast as you'd want to go in a vehicle this size. It's got the airlift system with a remote in the dash. Somebody's added to it. That was a couple of grand. Like I said, it is equipped right. One modification on the interior made by the original owner, which is it's only a one owner coach. And they did have it, they took the original sofa out and they installed 2 recliners. And they look like new, but that's the only weird modification they've made to it, besides the extra cameras and all that stuff. So you do have a table booth that makes a bed, large television, smart TV, Vizio, ice cold 15,000 BTU ducted roof air, cab over bed. This is bigger than a full-size bed. It's just a little smaller than a queen. You use queen size sheets to fit it. Front seats look awesome, like 9,800 mile seats should look like. 91 hours on the generator. 9,804.5 miles. Dash air, nice and cold. That's your airlift remote control, so you can actually adjust the air pressure in your air springs, or air ride, if you want to call it that. LED lights, 7-foot tall ceilings. And guys, let's talk about book value for a minute. Get on RV Trader first of all and look up what a KW29 Quantum is bringing. There's only one other one on RV Trader. They don't sell as many of these as the lower priced ones, because this is their loaded version. This is as high up as you can get in the Thor lineup in a Class C before you get into Super C territory, which costs a lot more money. This unit, like I said, brand new, 130, closer to 150 is equipped. There's one other one on RV Trader in a 2020 KW29, and it is 114.9. And brand new, they're on RV Trader for up to 185 grand. Most of them around 150 mark. I've got this one for 89.9 with a NADA retail, and I'm not adding for any options, even though this thing has got tons of them, is 115 grand. Let me flash that up. Now, as you can see, guys, I've got a crazy price on this, and now let me go ahead and say, I know not all of my viewers are interested shoppers, want to spend 90 grand on a used Class C. I get that. Different strokes for different folks. That's what I love about my channel. I carry something for everybody in a variety of price ranges. I want to show this one for somebody wanting to spend 150 grand that's wanting to buy a new KW29 2022 Quantum, that there are options. They can save half price, almost half price, and get one used that will do everything a new one will do with more equipment for a whole lot less money. And that's what this is for, guys. Like I said, I know a lot of my viewers are saying that's crazy price for a used Class C, but you got to look at what you're getting for what you're paying. This is a big step above just a base model 4 Winds or a Thor Chateau or something like that, or a Freedom Elite. This is way on up the quality scale in a Thor. Just the overall construction, all the wood cabinetry, the wood backsplash. I mean, all polished, glazed wood. I mean, this is nice. Double recliners, table booth makes a bed. They have put a plank floor in here, I think. This may be factory. I'll have to look on the brochure and make sure. Solid surface countertops, of course, it look great. Big sink. Has got a 3-burner stovetop oven. Looks great. It's just over the range microwave, which is kind of weird. As low as this was, I would have thought that would have been a convection oven, but it'll work. 91 hours on the generator running right now, and I got my water in there. But freezer's nice and cold. Had it on for a little bit. Refrigerator clean, doesn't look like hardly anything's been put in it. I mean, you got USB chargers. Let me cut my phone on mute, everybody. If it ever fails, I try to shoot a video. Everybody's texting me or calling me or something. So see if we can cut that off real quick. Anyway, you know, if you're, like I said, if you're looking for one with everything you can put in one, this is it. Do have a small step up. I'm not a big fan of steps in Class C floors, but I know that's just part of it. Pop out. Pantry right there. But you've got a really nice rear bedroom. And of course, this is a King Island bed, and you got a lot. I don't know if that looks like a bigger TV than what came in it. But you have a king size bed, large closet across the back, but keep in mind you cannot use this bed when the slide out is in. The bed's got a 2-piece mattress that stacks up on top of each other when you bring the room in. So, but this is what's cool, guys. And I know this may not be a big deal for a lot of people, but if you're looking to use one either permanently or Maybe you're wanting to use one for long trips. And this, I've never seen this factory in a Class C before. This is the only floor plan that Thor Quantum offers this stack washer and dryer in 2020. And that is the KW29 factory stack washer and dryer. And of course, that's probably why it's got the tankless water heater too, because that water heater is pretty much instant hot water. Once you set it to the temperature you want the water to be, by the time you strip off and get in the shower, you got hot water. You don't have to wait, you know, 15-20 minutes for a water heater to heat up. Some extra storage there. Fantastic vent fan right here. You got a privacy curtain if you want to separate the bedroom from the rest of the RV. Actually, oh, okay, I got it. I was about to say, you've also got this solid door where you can separate the bedroom from the rest of the RV, but you've got this curtain to separate the bedroom from the bathroom area if you can follow that curtain track. And then you actually got a decent sized bathroom, porcelain RV toilet. Shower looks good, got the glass door. Skylight, no smoke or pet odors in here. Vanity lights, plenty of lighting in here. It's also got a vent fan in there too. Crazy, guys. Just a ton of equipment. All your controls are right by the door for your leveling jacks and your rear stabilizers, as well as your power awning, and your solar is all right there when you first come in, and somebody went crazy with a label maker and labeled everything for you, so it makes it a lot easier. It does have USB chargers throughout the entire camper. Now I'm going to assume this has got something to do with those aftermarket cameras, or it may be wired up into the television. I don't know. I haven't played with it. Like I said, 'cause we don't really guarantee aftermarket stuff. So if it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But anyway, guys, no check engine lights. This thing's in great shape. I mean, like I said, this is as close as you're ever going to get to buying new and still get a used RV, and getting it for, you know, pretty close to half price. Especially with the extra equipment that's in it. And I've got it for $89.9, and y'all saw the NADA. You know I'm 25 grand back a book. Look at any website you want to look at. I challenge you to find 2020 KW29 with under 10,000 or right around 10,000 miles for less anywhere else. You won't find it, I promise you. Prove me wrong. Send me a link if you do, especially with the equipment. This unit is selling for $89.9, haggle free firm, because if you're looking for a KW29, you're saving about 15-20 grand right here. You're not going to find one in. This is the lowest price one you're going to find, especially with all the extra equipment that you're not paying for. The jacks, the solar, the washer and dryer. You're not paying for any of that, guys. The original owner did when they paid to have all that put in, or paid extra when it was ordered. I can't imagine a dealer ordering this for a stock unit with all this equipment. Dealers will order some extras, but they won't order it fully loaded because it drives the price up too much. So more likely this is probably a special order unit, if I had to guess. If you're interested in it, call right away at 706-965-7929. And let me know what you think about it in the comments below. Even if this is, I mean, it's out of my price range. I mean, I know it's going to be out of a lot of people's price range, but still pretty to look at. Let me know what you think about it in the comments. I mean, this would be something very nice to hit the road in, especially if you're going to be gone for several months at a time, cross-country trip, things like that, because you got your washer and dryer, you got plenty of sleeping in here. You still sleep 6 people, and you can always take these chairs out and put a sofa in later on if you need to sleep a couple more. Double slides, beautiful condition, inside and out. They don't come any nicer than this in used, guys, period. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it, guys. If you're interested in it, give us a call, 706-965-7929. Keep in mind, unlike other dealers, we charge no extra fees. You know, whoever bought this thing brand new probably paid $3,000 to $5,000 in dock fees and prep fees and tag or processing fees, freight fees, and more on top of the price they paid for it. We have none of those fees. It's only plus applicable sales tax. And if you're a Georgia resident, we do have to charge you a $100 highway impact fee and a $40 to $50 tag and title fee, as everybody from Georgia pretty much already knows. Out of state, that doesn't apply to you. Financing, we've got some great financing available with approved credit. Ought to finance really well because it's so far back at NADA retail. And financing available with approved credit and down payment only. And remember, guys, you still got to have money down. It doesn't matter how far under book it is. Banks now, they want you to have some kind of cash investment in the deal because it's a luxury item. It's not like a car where you can go get 100% financing. RVs are a luxury item. Banks have gotten burned so much over the past few decades on RV financing and boat financing and stuff like that. They do want you to have some cash payment down. If you want to know how much, depends on the bank and your credit, but give one of my salespeople a call and they will help you out and give you an estimate at 706-965-7929. So if you're interested in financing, you know the latest terms, the rates, all that good stuff, give one of my guys a call. They can help you out with that. We do take trade-ins, and we offer nationwide delivery for $1.50 a loaded mile one way. We don't charge for the return trip, so that saves you money right there too if you want it delivered. Anyways, guys, Lord, pretty much if they was offered in 2020 on a Class C, this unit has it, so don't worry about that. It is loaded. If that's what you're looking for, it's got it. Thank you so much for watching. And guys, I didn't plan this either. This came in after I filmed that little 23B, and I went ahead and shot it, and I had no idea it had this much equipment on it. So but it had more equipment on it than we realized it did when we bought it. So, but we're still selling it for a great deal, even though it's got more than we planned on. And guys, remember, all of our RVs, to keep our prices down so far under everybody else's, and book and NADA book value and all that, we do only what we call a limited or basic inspection. We guarantee the slide outs to work. We guarantee the water system to work, including the water heater. We guarantee the roof air to get cold. We guarantee the refrigerator and freezer to get cold, and the generator to run and put out, the step to work, and for the motor home to go down the road like it's supposed to. Anything and everything else is sold 100% as is, where is. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. It's your responsibility to inspect it for yourself before purchase, or hire a third-party inspector. You don't have to, but I do highly recommend doing one of the two. Either coming down, spending some time in it, going over it yourself, inspecting it, or paying somebody to do it for you. That way you know what you're getting into, because the only thing we check and guarantee are those systems I just mentioned. Again, slide outs, water system, generator, refrigerator, freezer, driving, the steps, and I guess that's it. Yeah. Anyway, and anything else, if it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I have not seen anything that I see that's a cause of concern. I don't even see little cosmetic flaws, so I don't think you will either. But come out, be your own judge. I mean, you're going to look at it a lot closer than I will, because I'm not buying it. You are. So come out, take a look at it, be your own judge, and look at the money you're saving. Even though I know it's $89.9, guys, you're buying a $115,000 motorhome for under 90 grand with 9,800 miles. You can't go wrong with this one, guys. You're buying it for what it'll be worth this time next year, maybe even the year after if things keep going the way they're going. Class C's are very, very popular. We're selling a bunch of them. That's why we've been buying them, trying to stock back up. Got some really neat ones. So Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Oh man, it's making me cough in here. I got this front air and this roof air going. But keep in mind, again, guys, no fees, no upsells. We're not going to cram extended warranties down your throat, gap insurance, interior and exterior protection packages, roadside assistance, tire and wheel packages, and whatever other thing they offer you, campground packages and more that they offer you at the other dealerships. They cram that stuff down your throat, guys, because they have it marked up 3 or 4 times dealer cost. Huge source of revenue, and you're spending 10 grand on stuff that's not worth $1,000 at best. And most of that stuff is not worth the paper it's written on. They spend more time trying to get out of paying a claim, because that's how they stay in business, by denying claims, than paying them. I do not recommend falling for any upsells. And let me tell you a little secret, guys. When a dealer is trying to sell you on payment instead of amount financed, when they're quoting monthly payments instead of how much you're financing, and then they're telling you, well, they pull out a menu and they pull out and they tell you, hey, for $22 more a month, you get this, this, and this, and $56 more a month, you get this, 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 and this, and so on and so on. You're getting ripped off, guys. Best thing you can do is just get up and walk out, because they're taking your attention, and they do this intentionally, away from how much you're financing and letting you concentrate on payment. For some reason, and I never could figure this out, because I guess because I do a lot of math, and to me, the payment and interest rate always falls in line with the amount financed. And that's why I tell people, do your research, learn what the average rates and terms are for a used RV, and have that. And you've got a calculator on your phone. You've got payment calculator apps you can put on your phone. You can sit there and figure what you want to pay, and figure out how much money you want to finance, and use that as your bargaining tool. But so many dealers do that, and what happens, people start fixating on payment, and before they know it, yeah, they got that 89.9 motorhome with the payment they want, but they don't find out till later they're financing 120 grand on it, because they're adding all those upsells. And you're stuck. What do? You can't do nothing. You're stuck in it. Hope you enjoyed it, because you're going to be driving it for several years until the payoff catches up with the depreciation value. That's why I'm so big, guys, on anytime and this isn't just RVs. This is cars, boats, motorcycles, any depreciating asset that you finance. You need to finance the least amount as possible to stay ahead of the depreciation curve. That means putting as much down as you possibly can. If you can afford to pay $20,000, $30,000 down, then do it. You will get it back one day when you sell it or trade it, because that's less you have to, that the dealer or you have to pay off. That's more money in your pocket. So you're really not losing it. You're getting majority of it back one day. And then you're also driving around a vehicle that you know that you can sell or trade at any time, because you're not upside down in it. So that's why I'm so against the way these business model of these corporate dealerships, guys. I can't stand what they do to people, and these people are shrewd, guys. I'm not talking about the dealer. The dealer is too, obviously. They study this stuff. They have experts that train their people to do this stuff. But I'm talking about customers. They think they bought cars and houses and everything else their whole lives, and they just completely get suckered for what the big dealers do. And there's so many of my viewers out there that unfortunately have been taken advantage of by the big corporate dealers. They've got RVs they can't do nothing with because they owe so much on it. I see it every week here. You know, unfortunately, we're 5 miles from a huge ripoff world. And it pretty much two things. If somebody has a trade-in or they want to sell us something and they have a payoff and they bought it from ripoff world, we're fighting a losing battle. They owe more than we can help them with. And you'd be surprised how many people have no idea how bad they're screwed. I mean, I've literally called the bank to get a payoff and put it on speakerphone because the customer didn't believe me. And the look on their face when that person on the phone quoted the current payoff is, they can't believe it. I mean, I've seen people that bought one new 4 years ago, paid money down and still owe more than what it was advertised for new 4 years ago, and they've been paying on it all this time. I mean, it's pay a lot of attention when you sign the finance paperwork. Read everything, especially on the loan contract. Look at the amount financed. And let me tell you something that's, you know, last year it got really big with the big corporate RV dealership that was changing the loan contracts after the person signed it, and they winded up financing a lot more than what they signed on it for. Snap a picture of it with your phone after you sign it before you give it back to the finance manager. Snap pictures of it, because if they change the numbers after you sign it, you got proof that that's not what you signed. And guys, I mean, I can give you advice all day long, but just be careful. Use your common sense. Don't let your wanting and needing, or don't let your wants exceed your needs. In other words, don't fall in love with something and let it blind you to how much you're actually paying for it, because there's options out there. Come here. We can save you tens of thousands of dollars, not just on the price, but on financing. We don't even mark interest rates up. Other dealers do. You know, we save you on the price, the financing. We don't charge you upsells. We don't have fees. That's why we've been in business 54 years. Now, we do sell used RVs? Yes. Used RVs are not perfect. You're going to have to work on them. That's a fact of life. Just like if you buy a used car, a used home, a used boat, a used motorcycle. You buy something used, you're going to work on it. Maybe right away, maybe further on down the road. A lot of buyers don't understand that. And if you're one of them that has always bought new homes, new cars, new everything else, used RVs, even though you love the idea of the price and how much money you're saving versus new, and I may be shooting myself in the foot, but if you're that type of personality, used RVs are not for you. You need to go ahead and spend twice as much and buy a new one, because you're never going to be happy with used. You'll be happy with the price. Oh yeah, definitely. But when you're sitting there, oh my God, this light quit working. Look at this drawer, it's off track. I can't believe they sold something like this. Guys, that's used RVs. Get used to it. That's the way it works. You save money because you buy that wear and tear that any used vehicle has. You're buying that wear, and that's a cost you pay to save that amount of money. You have to pay that price, the wear and tear. You're going to have to work on it. You know, we cover the major stuff. We leave any Mickey Mouse repairs. We just cover the major stuff. If something major don't work in those systems I mentioned, we fix it at no cost to you, but we don't fix Mickey Mouse problems. You know, if you can't replace a fan blade in a vent, that gets me. Guy spending buying a motorhome for a fourth of the price of a new one, wanting to walk out because a little $10 fan blade, he couldn't change it out. So guys, keep that in mind. These things just, you know, as part of owning one. Anyway, guys, thank y'all so much for watching. I appreciate it. Sorry I stretched this video out a little bit. Stay tuned for some more videos. Smash me a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video. Feel free to comment, share on social media. Feel free to subscribe to my channel, of course. Thank you for watching. And we do offer delivery $1.50 a mile one way. Financing, trade-ins, we've got all that available. And look forward to seeing you here in beautiful Ringgold, Georgia.